User testing is a fantastic method for finding out whether pieces of information are fit for purpose for the intended audience. The great thing about user testing is that you first find out whether people can find and then understand key points of information in the document. And then you talk to them about what they feel about that document, what they like and what they don't like. Often what people do when they're trying to find out if a document works or not is simply to hand it to somebody and say, "What do you think of this?" And so people have a sort of uninformed view then because they're just flicking through it. Whereas with user testing, they've actually had to use it to find and then explain information. And so that really gives us an informed view at the end. And so user testing looks at individual points and finds out whether people can find and understand it. But as important as how many can is what people say afterwards. And so those quotes that they give us afterwards, they might say, "Well, I didn't expect to find that information here. I thought it would be somewhere else." All those things help us to work out what we can do to make the information better. So user testing is a really simple process, but because you combine that quantitative counting of whether people can find and understand and the qualitative why that happened, it's a magic combination. User testing will only work if you use participants who are real people. So when I say real people, I mean not expert patients. Often in the past, when people wanted to evaluate health information, they might talk to people who work for patient organisations, for charities. And people who work for those organisations are really important in setting the scene and guiding us as to the sort of information they want. But they're not real people, they've become professionalised, and so they know more than your average patient. And your average patient is the person who the information is designed for. So one of the great things about Luto is that we have this fantastic database of ordinary people. If I can give you an example,